Hi boys and girls, I'm going to show you how to do our Bridget Riley inspired op art. So this is where we're headed. This is kind of like the level 1 of doing the op art. The first thing you're going to do is decide a shape. So I am going to use my Sharpie. You would be using a pencil. You can do whatever shape you want. I am going to do a circle for this one. And then your next step after that, you are going to use a ruler, or if you don't have a ruler, you need something like the edge of a folder or a notebook that is straight. And what you're going to do, and you can turn your paper whatever way you'd like, you're going to make lines across your paper that go all the way across. If you want to get really, really fancy and you would like to measure, you could measure every inch or every half inch. So if I was measuring every half inch on this side, it would look something like this. Now, if you don't have a ruler, then you wouldn't be doing this. You would be using a folder, and that would be fine. So if you have a ruler and you'd like to measure, you can watch this part. If you don't, skip over this part and keep on going to create your lines. Almost done. Okay, and now I'm going to connect my lines across. So I'm going to line those up and go across. If you are doing this in pencil, you have an advantage because if you make a mistake or if your ruler slips, you can always fix it. And you're going to keep on going all the way down. And remember, you can do any shape that you want. The one that we look at, the example that she did, it's more like a leaf shape or like a pointed oval. Oops, see it like right there. You could erase that. I went a little too fast. So your next step from here, when you're done creating all of your lines, you are going to need to decide the colors that you would like to choose. Bridget Riley does a lot of black and white. The reason is because of that contrast. So black and white are opposites, very dark, very light, and they really create a lot of confusion for our eyes, and that gives us all of those feelings that we have when we look at op art. So you can decide if you'd like to do black and white, or you can decide if you would like to use colors on the color wheel that are called complementary colors. One more line and then I'll be done. And I'll show you the colors on the color wheel. So here's the color wheel. So the complementary colors on the color wheel are the ones that are across from each other. So red and green, purple and yellow, and blue and orange. So when we think about opposites, these are opposites. So you could choose to do complementary colors, or you could stick to the black and white. So what I want you to notice, what creates that effect, is that the background is going to be alternating the colors. So if you're doing white, black, if you were going to do yellow, purple, then you would keep going down. Inside is the opposite. So like right in here, I left one little spot that I need to fill in. Okay, so you can see that anything that is inside the heart is the opposite of what's behind it. So a little trick that might help you is to not do the inside of your shape, but do the background first. And you can do like a helper line. Go, okay, that's gonna be a black one. That's gonna be a black one. And just ignore the shape for right now. Just skip right over it. It's really easy to make a mistake in the coloring. So I suggest letting yourself have some time to set it up first and then move into the coloring part. When you color, you want to really try to make sure that you get as close to that edge of the line as carefully as possible. Keeping those lines really crisp is going to help the optical illusion. So you want to definitely take those cheetah feet off and put your turtle shell on as you go. You don't have to have a Sharpie. You can use crayons, markers, colored pencils. You could even use a regular pencil and just do gray and white if that's what you have. And just keep on working slowly and carefully as you fill in your whole piece. Okay? And pretend with me that I filled it all in. And then what you're going to need to do is you're going to go back. So after you color in all of your background stripes, so it would look like this, you're going to go on the inside of your shape and you're going to see the opposite. So this line right here is white. So this area is going to be black. Now, once you're on the inside of your shape, you just do the opposite. So you said, okay, that's black, that's white. This is black. And you can double check it by making sure that this one is empty. White, that one has black in it. This one's gonna be black. That one has white. So you just keep on going, doing the opposite, but laying it out first this way will really help you when you get to here. All right, so that's our level 1 Bridget Riley op art. And remember, enjoy and stay creative.